15 mind-blowing facts about Germany, the most unique country on Earth. Did you know that Germany is home to the world's largest beer festival and a castle straight out of a fairy tale? It's a country filled with fascinating contradictions, where ancient traditions meet cutting-edge technology, where legends live alongside modern innovations, and where seemingly ordinary towns hide secrets that could astonish even the most seasoned traveler. Germany is often known for its historic landmarks, like the Brandenburg Gate or the picturesque Neuschwanstein castle. But dig a little deeper, and you'll uncover a world brimming with unexpected marvels. From its rich cultural traditions to its groundbreaking contributions in science and technology, there's so much more to this country than meets the eye. Germany might surprise you in ways you never imagined. Beyond its rich history and famous landmarks, there are hidden gems and intriguing facts that make this country unlike any other. Today, we're diving into 15 mind-blowing facts that showcase the unique, lesser-known aspects of Germany. Things you may not have learned in a textbook or seen in the typical travel brochure. Whether it's quirky traditions, historical oddities, or surprising facts about modern German life, you'll soon see why Germany holds such a prominent place in the world's imagination. And by the end of this documentary, you might find yourself inspired to visit this fascinating country, or at least delve deeper into its wonders. Germany is located in the heart of Europe, bordered by 9 other countries, making it a central hub for cultural exchange and historical events. It's not just a leader in economic power and industrial advancements, it's also a country with a deeply rooted cultural heritage that influences everything from art to music, food, and festivals. With over 82 million people, Germany is the most populous country in the European Union, and it stands as the 4th largest economy in the world. But despite its modern-day success and influence, Germany's past, filled with both triumph and tragedy, shapes its unique identity today. The country has a history that spans over 1,000 years, with ancient tribes, medieval kingdoms, and periods of both immense cultural development and devastating wars. And yet, despite its tumultuous history, Germany has constantly reinvented itself, often serving as a beacon for progress and innovation. Today, Germany is synonymous with precision engineering, home to renowned companies like Volkswagen, BMW, and Siemens, but it also boasts a vibrant arts scene, a love for nature, and traditions that date back centuries. But even if you think you know Germany well, there are plenty of things that might surprise you. Did you know that Germany has its own fair share of legends, from the Brothers Grimm fairy tales to the myth of the Witch of the Black Forest? Or that Germans take cycling seriously, not just as a pastime but as a way of life, with more than 60,000 miles of bike paths throughout the country. These are the kinds of things that often get overshadowed by Germany's famous landmarks like the Berlin Wall or Oktoberfest, but they are just as much a part of what makes this country so unique. So, buckle up for a journey through the heart of Germany, a country filled with fascinating history, captivating culture, and modern-day wonders. From breathtaking natural landscapes to quirky traditions, Germany truly offers something for everyone. Let's explore the 15 mind-blowing facts that will give you a deeper understanding of this beautiful and multifaceted country. Fact 1. Germany's love for festivals. Germany is a country that knows how to throw a celebration, and nowhere is that more evident than in the world-famous Oktoberfest. This annual event in Munich is the largest beer festival in the world, attracting over 6 million visitors from around the globe each year. But it's not just about beer. Oktoberfest represents a deep-rooted cultural tradition that has been a part of German life since 1810. Originally held to celebrate the wedding of Crown Prince Ludwig and Princess Therese of Saxony-Hildburghausen, Oktoberfest has evolved into a massive cultural spectacle, featuring not only beer but also traditional Bavarian foods, music, dancing, and games. But why is beer such an integral part of the German celebration? Well, beer in Germany is more than just a drink. It's a cultural symbol that dates back centuries. The country has been brewing beer since at least the 9th century, and over time, Germany developed a deep respect for the craft of brewing. One of the most important traditions in German beer culture is the Reinheitsgebot, or the German Beer Purity Law of 1516, which dictated that beer could only be made with barley, water, and hops. Yeast was later added to the list. This law ensured the highest quality of beer and preserved its place at the heart of German culture. Oktoberfest, with its Bavarian roots, celebrates more than just the beer. It's a reminder of the importance of community and tradition. People from all walks of life come together in massive beer halls, singing traditional Bavarian songs, clinking steins, and sharing hearty meals like pretzels, bratwurst, and sauerkraut. Whether you're wearing a lederhosen or a dirndl, the event is all about fun, unity, and honoring a long-standing tradition that continues to thrive in the modern era. If you've ever been to Oktoberfest, you know that it's a joyous occasion where the spirit of community and festivity fills the air. But Oktoberfest is just the tip of the iceberg. Germany hosts countless other festivals, each with its own unique flavor. From the Carnival in Cologne, known for its colorful parades and elaborate costumes, to the Wurstmarkt sausage festival in Bad Dürkheim, there's always something to celebrate in Germany. Festivals here are not just about the food, drink, or entertainment. They are about preserving the rich cultural heritage that makes Germany so unique. So, if you ever find yourself in Germany, especially during the Oktoberfest season, prepare to be swept up in a celebration that has been honed over centuries. A celebration of good times, good friends, and, of course, great beer. Fact 2. A country of superstitions. While Germany might be known for its precision engineering and technological advancements, the country also holds a deep attachment to superstitions and traditions that date back centuries. Whether it's the belief that chimney sweeps bring good luck or the special rituals associated with New Year's Eve, Germany is a country where customs and folklore still play a meaningful role in everyday life. One of the most interesting superstitions in Germany involves the Schornsteinfeger, chimney sweeper. According to legend, if you encounter a chimney sweep, you'll receive good luck. The belief is so deeply ingrained in German culture that it's common to find chimney sweeps at weddings, in parades, and even at New Year's celebrations. People might give them a small token, like a coin or a small gift, as a gesture of gratitude for their luck-bringing presence. In fact, it's so serious that some Germans will go out of their way to ensure they cross paths with a chimney sweep before embarking on important ventures, such as moving into a new house or starting a new job. This superstition is rooted in Germany's long history of chimney sweeps, whose job was not just to clean chimneys, but to protect homes from the dangers of fire. As these workers would frequently climb high on rooftops, they became symbolic figures, often associated with safety, prosperity, and fortune. In some parts of Germany, it's even common for people to place small figurines of chimney sweeps in their homes or cars to keep the good fortune flowing. There are also other quirky superstitions you might encounter in Germany. For example, picking up a coin that has fallen on the ground is considered good luck, and it's believed that a small black cat crossing your path can bring both good and bad fortune, depending on whether it's heading toward or away from you. Whether you fully believe in these superstitions or not, they offer a glimpse into the cultural fabric of Germany, where past beliefs continue to shape the way people approach life, work, and celebrations. So, the next time you're in Germany, keep your eyes peeled for a chimney sweep, or take a moment to reflect on the superstition-filled history that lives on in the daily life of Germans. You never know when a bit of luck might come your way. Fact 3. The German Kaffeekränzchen. Tradition. No conversation about German culture would be complete without mentioning the beloved tradition of the Kaffeekränzchen. This charming German custom, literally translated as coffee circle, is more than just an afternoon coffee break. It's a social institution that brings people together for conversation, connection, and, of course, coffee and cake. The tradition is deeply embedded in the fabric of German life, especially in the afternoon hours when families and friends gather to enjoy a leisurely cup of coffee accompanied by homemade cakes, pastries, or cookies. The Kaffeekränzchen is often held in the home, but it's not uncommon to find it taking place in local cafes as well. For many Germans, it's the perfect way to unwind after a long day, connect with loved ones, and share the latest news. It's also an opportunity to indulge in delicious traditional cakes such as Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte, Black Forest cake, or Bienenstich, bee sting cake, both of which are staples at any Kaffeekränzchen. The ritual of sitting down with a cup of coffee and engaging in relaxed conversation is cherished as an important part of maintaining social bonds in Germany. It's not just about the caffeine fix, it's about the time spent together, the shared stories, and the genuine enjoyment of simple pleasures. In fact, for many, Kaffeekränzchen is an essential part of the week, a time to catch up with friends, share ideas, and celebrate life's little victories. In addition to its social significance, the Kaffeekränzchen is also an excellent example of the German appreciation for quality and craftsmanship. Germans take their coffee seriously, often opting for freshly brewed filter coffee or espresso rather than instant coffee, and they pride themselves on serving the perfect cup in a cozy, welcoming environment. The cakes and pastries served during Kaffeekränzchen are often made from scratch, using family recipes passed down through generations. Kaffeekränzchen may seem like a simple tradition, but it's a reflection of Germany's deeper values: connection, hospitality, and the joy of sharing life's moments with others. So, if you ever find yourself in Germany, consider participating in this timeless tradition. Whether in a quaint cafe or the warmth of a friend's home, the experience of sitting down for a cup of coffee and a slice of cake will surely leave you feeling a little more connected to the heart of German culture. Fact 4. The castle that inspired. Disney, when you think of fairy tales, one of the first images that might come to mind is a majestic castle perched atop a mountain, surrounded by mystical forests and towering cliffs. This iconic image wasn't just a product of imagination. It was inspired by real-life castles, particularly Neuschwanstein Castle in Bavaria, Germany. Built in the 19th century by King Ludwig II, this whimsical castle with its soaring spires and towering walls is often cited as the inspiration for Walt Disney's famous Sleeping Beauty Castle at Disneyland. Neuschwanstein is often described as a fairy tale come to life, and its story is as enchanting as the castle itself. Ludwig II, often referred to as the fairy tale king, commissioned the construction of the castle in 1869, inspired by his admiration for the operas of Richard Wagner. The castle was never fully completed during Ludwig's lifetime, but its romantic, dreamlike design, which blends elements of medieval castles and the fantastical architecture of the time, has captivated visitors for generations. Standing in front of Neuschwanstein, it's easy to understand why Disney chose it as the visual model for his iconic castle. Its dramatic positioning atop a mountain, the towering turrets, and the picturesque views of the surrounding forests and lakes all evoke the sense of magic and fantasy that Disney sought to create. In fact, the Sleeping Beauty Castle in Disneyland and its counterparts in other Disney parks share many similar features, such as the pointed towers, arched bridges, and steep roofs. But it's not just Disney who found inspiration in Neuschwanstein. Many other filmmakers, artists, and writers have drawn upon its fairy tale-like aesthetic. Visiting Neuschwanstein today offers a unique opportunity to step into the world of fantasy, where history, legend, and imagination come together. Surrounded by the stunning landscape of the Bavarian Alps, it's easy to see why this castle remains one of Germany's most visited and beloved landmarks. So, if you ever find yourself in Germany, a trip to Neuschwanstein is a must. It's not just a castle. It's a journey into the very heart of fairy tales with all the wonder and magic that comes with it. Fact 5. A history of invention. Germany has long been at the forefront of innovation and invention, shaping the world in ways that extend far beyond its borders. Two of the most groundbreaking contributions to modern civilization, the automobile and the printing press, both owe their origins to Germany, forever linking the country to the progress of human history. Let's start with the automobile, a concept that revolutionized transportation, industry, and society as a whole. The first true automobile, powered by an internal combustion engine, was invented by Carl Benz in 1885. His creation, the Benz patent motor wagon, is widely regarded as the world's first car, and it laid the foundation for the global automotive industry. Interestingly, Benz's invention was initially met with skepticism, and it wasn't until the car became more reliable and widespread that it gained recognition as a monumental achievement. Today, Mercedes-Benz, the company he founded, remains one of the most prestigious names in automotive engineering. But Germany's contributions to the world of technology don't stop at the automobile. The printing press, invented by Johannes Gutenberg in the 15th century, transformed the way knowledge was disseminated and revolutionized the spread of information. Before the press, books were painstakingly hand-copied, making them incredibly rare and expensive. Gutenberg's invention allowed for the mass production of books, making written knowledge accessible to the masses for the first time. The Gutenberg Bible, printed in the 1450s, is considered one of the most significant achievements in the history of printing and is regarded as the first major book ever printed using movable type. These two inventions, automobiles and the printing press, illustrate Germany's long-standing reputation as a birthplace of innovation. From Albert Einstein's theories that changed the way we understand the universe to Otto von Bismarck's creation of the modern welfare state, Germany has consistently produced thinkers, inventors, and innovators who have shaped the world. Germany's commitment to science, engineering, and intellectual pursuit is evident in its impressive array of technological achievements. Whether it's developing the world's first rocket engines or leading the way in renewable energy, Germany's legacy of invention continues to influence global progress. And with institutions like the Fraunhofer Society for Applied Research and the Max Planck Institutes, Germany remains a hub for cutting-edge scientific research. Fact 6. The Berlin Wall's lasting legacy. Die 1. Of the most powerful symbols of division and separation in the 20th century was the Berlin Wall, which stood for 28 years as a barrier between East and West Germany. Constructed in 1961 during the Cold War, the wall physically and ideologically divided the people of Berlin, separating families, friends, and communities. It was not just a concrete wall. It was a symbol of the intense geopolitical conflict between the Soviet-controlled East and the democratic West. The Berlin Wall was erected overnight, literally dividing the city in half and turning Berlin in two, a physical manifestation of the Iron Curtain that separated Eastern and Western Europe. The wall was heavily guarded by soldiers on the East German side, and escape attempts by those in the East were met with harsh consequences. Over the years, many people risked their lives to try and cross the wall, often using ingenious methods such as digging tunnels, flying balloons, or even driving cars through checkpoints. But the fear and uncertainty that surrounded the wall were felt by all, creating a tense and often dangerous atmosphere. In 1989, after years of protests and political change across Eastern Europe, the Berlin Wall finally fell. It was a moment of overwhelming joy and relief, not just for Germans but for the entire world, symbolizing the collapse of the Soviet regime and the end of the Cold War. The reunification of East and West Germany was a historic moment, marking a new era of unity and freedom. And while the wall itself may have physically come down, its legacy remains deeply embedded in German society and culture. Today, Parts of the Berlin Wall still stand as a reminder of the country's division. East Side Gallery, a long stretch of the wall covered in vibrant murals, serves as an open-air gallery and memorial to the wall's history. Visitors from around the world come to reflect on the wall's impact and to celebrate the unity that emerged after its fall. Germany's path from division to reunification has shaped the nation's identity in profound ways, creating a society that values freedom, unity, and democracy. Fact 7. The Brandenburg Gate as a symbol of unity. Another enduring symbol of division and unity in Germany is the Brandenburg Gate. Located in the heart of Berlin, this neoclassical monument has stood witness to some of the most significant moments in Germany's history. Originally commissioned by King Frederick William II of Prussia in the late 18th century, the Brandenburg Gate has been a symbol of peace, triumph, and national pride. For much of the 20th century, the Brandenburg Gate stood at the very heart of the divide between East and West Berlin, with the Berlin Wall cutting across the square and the gate standing on the western side. During this time, the gate represented division, an impenetrable boundary between two ideologically opposed nations. It was a symbol of the Cold War, a period of tension and separation. However, after the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, the Brandenburg Gate underwent a profound transformation. Once a symbol of division, it became a symbol of reunification, unity, and freedom. The gate's opening on that historic night when the wall came down is a powerful image of Germany's renewal and the triumph of democracy. Today, it stands as a landmark of national unity, with millions of visitors from around the world coming to witness its significance. The Brandenburg Gate's symbolism goes beyond just the reunification of Germany. It represents the power of change, the resilience of the human spirit, and the enduring desire for freedom. It stands tall as a reminder that even the most entrenched divisions can be overcome, and that the pursuit of unity and peace is a shared goal for all. Fact 8. Germany's traditional dishes. Germany's food culture is a delightful mix of hearty, flavorful dishes that reflect the country's deep-rooted traditions, regional diversity, and love for comfort food. Whether it's a sauerbraten on a cold winter's evening or a bratwurst sizzling on the grill, German cuisine offers a rich and satisfying experience that captures the heart of the country's culinary heritage. One of the most iconic German dishes is sauerbraten, a pot roast typically made with beef, marinated in a mixture of vinegar, water, and spices for several days to tenderize the meat and enhance the flavors. This dish is often served with potato dumplings, red cabbage, and a rich, flavorful gravy. Sauerbraten is a dish that speaks to the heart of German home cooking, a perfect example of how the Germans take simple ingredients and elevate them to something special through time-tested techniques. It's a dish that's been passed down through generations, often enjoyed at family gatherings and festive occasions. Another German classic is the bratwurst, a type of sausage that's enjoyed across Germany, especially in the south. Made from pork, beef, or veal, bratwurst is seasoned with a variety of herbs and spices, including marjoram, caraway, and garlic. It's typically grilled or fried and served with mustard, sauerkraut, or in a bun. Each region in Germany has its own version of bratwurst, with subtle variations in seasoning and preparation methods, making it a beloved and versatile dish. In fact, the bratwurst is so significant to German culture that there's even a bratwurst museum in the town of Nuremberg, celebrating this iconic sausage. And of course, we can't forget about pretzels. Known as Brezen in Germany, these twisted, golden brown bread snacks are a symbol of Bavarian culture. The unique texture of a pretzel, with its crispy crust and soft, chewy interior, comes from the dough being boiled in a baking soda solution before baking, giving it that signature flavor. Pretzels are often served with mustard or enjoyed as a snack alongside a cold beer. They're found at festivals, beer halls, and bakeries across the country, representing a long tradition that dates back to medieval times. Pretzels were originally created by monks in the 7th century, and their twisted shape is said to symbolize arms crossed in prayer, making them a delicious and meaningful part of German culture. These traditional dishes not only provide a taste of Germany's rich culinary history, but also offer a window into the country's regional diversity. From the hearty dishes of the South to the lighter fare of the North, German food is as varied as its landscapes, and each bite tells a story of tradition, craftsmanship, and community. Fact 9. The secret of German beer. When you think of Germany, beer is undoubtedly one of the first things that comes to mind. But what makes German beer so special? It's not just the variety of styles or the quality of the ingredients. It's the Reinheitsgebot, or the German beer purity law, which has shaped the brewing traditions of Germany for centuries. First enacted in 1516, the Reinheitsgebot was designed to ensure the purity of beer by limiting its ingredients to just barley, water, and hops. Later, yeast was added to the list, but these 4 ingredients remain the foundation of the world's most renowned beers. The law was originally put in place to protect the quality of beer and prevent brewers from using subpar ingredients like wheat or rye, which were more expensive and needed for bread production. It also helped regulate the price of beer, ensuring that everyone, from peasants to royalty, could afford a quality brew. While the Reinheitsgebot was officially abolished in 1987, it still holds a deep cultural significance in Germany, and many brewers continue to adhere to the principles of the law, particularly when crafting traditional lagers and pilsners. German beer is renowned for its exceptional quality, and it's not hard to see why. The country's dedication to purity, craftsmanship, and innovation has produced some of the most famous beer styles in the world, including Pilsner, Hefeweizen, and Dunkel. Whether you prefer a crisp, refreshing Pilsner or a rich, malty Bock, there's a German beer to suit every taste. And no visit to Germany would be complete without trying some of the country's iconic brews. Whether you're sipping on a Weissbier in Bavaria or a Kölsch in Cologne, the experience of enjoying a cold, perfectly brewed beer is a quintessential part of German culture. In fact, beer is so central to German culture that the country boasts over 1,300 breweries, producing thousands of unique beer varieties. And of course, no discussion of German beer would be complete without mentioning Oktoberfest, the world's largest beer festival, held every year in Munich. At Oktoberfest, millions of visitors come from all over the world to sample a vast array of German beers, each one brewed with the same dedication to quality that has defined German brewing for centuries. So, the next time you enjoy a German beer, remember that you're not just tasting a beverage, you're experiencing a centuries-old tradition of purity, craftsmanship, and community. Whether you're at a lively beer hall in Munich or sipping from a stein at a local pub, the magic of German beer is something that's best enjoyed with friends, laughter, and a sense of camaraderie. Fact 10. German street food. While Germany is known for its hearty, traditional dishes, the country also has a vibrant street food scene that offers a unique way to experience its culture on the go. One of the most iconic and beloved street foods in Germany is currywurst, a simple yet satisfying dish that has become a staple in Berlin and beyond. Currywurst consists of a bratwurst sausage that's sliced into pieces and smothered in a tangy ketchup-based curry sauce. It's usually served with a side of fries or bread, and it's a dish that's loved by locals and visitors alike. The story behind currywurst is as fascinating as the dish itself. It was invented in 1949 by a woman named Herta Huer, who worked at a snack stand in Berlin. According to legend, Herta obtained some curry powder from a British soldier and combined it with ketchup to create the unique sauce. The combination was an instant hit, and currywurst quickly became a favorite snack for Berliners. Today, you can find currywurst stalls all over Germany, from bustling city streets to quiet suburban corners. Currywurst is more than just a quick snack. It's a symbol of post-war ingenuity and the spirit of innovation that has come to define Germany's street food culture. It's also a perfect example of how food can bring people together, even in times of hardship. While the dish originated in Berlin, it has spread throughout Germany, with each region adding its own twist to the recipe. Some variations use different types of sausage, while others add toppings like onions or cheese to create a unique flavor. Profile. Street food in Germany is not just limited to currywurst, though. From pretzel vendors selling freshly baked treats on the streets to Brötchen, German rolls filled with cheese, meats, and vegetables, Germany's street food scene is as diverse and satisfying as its traditional cuisine. These dishes are often enjoyed quickly while walking around or sitting at a park bench, making them perfect for a fast, casual meal. So, the next time you're in Germany, don't miss out on the chance to experience the vibrant street food culture. Whether you're grabbing a quick currywurst in Berlin or savoring a warm pretzel in Munich, these tasty bites offer a fun and delicious way to explore the country's culinary landscape. Fact 11. The Black Forest's Mystique. If you've ever read a Brothers Grimm fairy tale, chances are you've already been transported, at least in your imagination, to the Black Forest. Known as Schwarzwald in German, this dense, evergreen region, located in the southwest of the country, is shrouded in legend, mystery, and timeless beauty. The Black Forest stretches across the state of Baden-Württemberg, and it's characterized by thick woodlands, rolling hills, serene lakes, and quaint timber-framed villages that feel like they've been pulled straight from a storybook. What makes the Black Forest truly magical is its deep connection to German folklore. This is the land where Hansel and Gretel might have wandered, where witches lurk in shadowy glades, and where enchanted creatures could be hiding behind every moss-covered tree. These tales weren't just invented, they were inspired by the eerie beauty of the Black Forest itself. Even today, walking through its misty trails and ancient trees, you can feel the echoes of those old legends in the cool, whispering wind. Beyond its folkloric charm, the Black Forest is a haven for nature lovers. It offers over 14,000 miles of hiking trails, scenic routes for cyclists, and winter sports facilities for snow lovers. One of the most breathtaking destinations within the forest is Triberg, home to Germany's highest waterfall and the world's largest cuckoo clock. Yes, you read that right. The cuckoo clock, a traditional symbol of German craftsmanship, originated in this very region. Visitors can even tour clock workshops and see how these intricate timepieces are made, an experience that's as fascinating as it is nostalgic. And let's not forget the Black Forest cake, or Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte, a Tiefstil, decadent dessert made with layers of chocolate sponge, whipped cream, and cherries soaked in cherry schnapps. It's a culinary tribute to the region's sweet, indulgent side. Whether you're visiting for its folklore, its natural beauty, or its delicious traditions, the Black Forest casts a spell that's hard to shake. It's a place where the line between reality and fairy tale blurs, offering visitors a glimpse into a world that feels untouched by time. If you've ever dreamed of stepping into a storybook, this might be the place for you. Leave a comment if the Black Forest is now on your travel bucket list. Fact 12. The Rhine River and its romantic castles. Few places in Germany offer a more romantic and majestic landscape than the Rhine River. Flowing for over 760 miles, the Rhine is not just one of Europe's most important waterways. It's also a historical artery that winds past vineyards, medieval towns, and towering castles perched dramatically on cliffs. This region, especially the stretch known as the Middle Rhine Valley, is so steeped in beauty and history that it has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The castles along the Rhine tell stories of knights, kings, and ancient rivalries. Perhaps the most iconic of them is Marksburg Castle, one of the very few Rhine castles that has never been destroyed and still stands today in all its medieval glory. Built in the 12th century, Marksburg is a shining example of feudal architecture. with battlements, towers, and winding staircases that make you feel like you've stepped back in time. Inside, visitors can explore rooms furnished in medieval style, complete with suits of armor and old cooking tools, giving a vivid glimpse into life in the Middle Ages. Another standout is Rheinfels Castle, once one of the largest fortresses on the Rhine. Though partially in ruins today, it still offers panoramic views of the river and surrounding countryside, as well as underground passageways that feel like secret chambers from another era. Each castle has its own legend, stories of ghosts, tragic romances, or long-forgotten battles that give the region its air of mystique. But it's not just the castles that make the Rhine so enchanting. Along the riverbanks, you'll find picturesque villages like Bacharach, St. Goar, and Rudesheim, where half-timbered houses and cobblestone streets paint a postcard-perfect picture of old-world Germany. In autumn, the region bursts into color as the surrounding vineyards turn golden and festivals celebrating wine, harvest, and folklore light up the towns. Taking a boat cruise along the Rhine is one of the best ways to soak in its beauty as you glide past steep cliffs, winding trails, and watchtower ruins. You can't help but feel connected to the centuries of stories that have unfolded here. So, if you're the kind of traveler who loves history, scenic landscapes, and the magic of ancient tales, the Rhine and its castles are calling your name. Would you visit one of these castles? Let us know in the comments. Fact 13. Germany's Enchanted Islands. When people think of islands, Germany might not be the first country that comes to mind. But believe it or not, Germany is home to some truly enchanted islands that offer a unique blend of natural beauty, a seaside charm, and fascinating history. Among the most remarkable are Sylt and Rügen, two very different but equally captivating destinations. Let's start with Sylt, often referred to as the Queen of the North Sea. Located in the North Frisian Islands near Denmark, Sylt is famous for its white sand beaches, windswept dunes, and upscale seaside resorts. The island has long been a favorite getaway for Germany's elite, offering everything from gourmet restaurants and luxury spas to charming thatched-roof cottages. But Sylt is also a haven for nature lovers, with a diverse landscape that includes mudflats, heathland, and bird-filled wetlands protected by UNESCO as part of the Wadden Sea. One of the island's most striking features is the Ellenbogen, the northernmost point of Germany. This remote and wild headland is a photographer's dream, with its vast skies, wandering sheep, and dramatic seascapes. Whether you're kitesurfing, cycling along the coast, or simply watching the sunset, Sylt offers a sense of serenity and sophistication that's hard to match. On the opposite side of the country lies Rügen, the largest island in Germany located in the Baltic Sea. Rügen is known for its chalk cliffs, especially the famous Königstuhl, King's Chair, in Jasmund National Park. These brilliant white cliffs rise above the blue waters like something out of a dream, attracting visitors who come to hike the forest trails and gaze out from panoramic viewpoints. Rügen also boasts beautiful sandy beaches, charming seaside resorts like Binz and Sellen, and historical landmarks including ancient megalithic tombs and remnants of Slavic fortresses. Rügen's diversity makes it a perfect destination for travelers seeking a blend of adventure, relaxation, and cultural exploration. Whether you're exploring the island's natural parks, riding its nostalgic steam-powered train, the Resender Roland, or wandering through quaint fishing villages, Rügen offers a slower, more soulful side of Germany. Germany's islands may be lesser known, but they are hidden gems that offer unforgettable experiences. Whether you prefer the chic shores of Sylt or the scenic wonders of Rügen, there's a magic to these places that's waiting to be discovered. So, have you ever heard of Germany's islands before? Drop a comment below if you'd love to visit. One or both, someday. Fact 14. Germany's green innovations. Germany has long been recognized as one of the most progressive nations when it comes to environmental responsibility, and its approach to green innovation is a testament to its commitment to a sustainable future. This isn't just about making small changes. It's about transforming the way an entire nation consumes energy, manages waste, and interacts with the environment. At the heart of this transformation is Energiewende, a German term that translates to energy transition. It's a nationwide effort to shift away from fossil fuels and nuclear energy toward renewable energy sources like wind, solar, and hydroelectric power. Germany was one of the first major industrial countries to make a formal commitment to phase out nuclear power entirely, a bold move that sparked global conversations about clean energy. Since the early 2000s, Germany has invested heavily in building an energy infrastructure that supports sustainability. Wind turbines dot the countryside, particularly in the north, while solar panels are a common sight on rooftops, even in small towns. As of recent years, renewable energy makes up over 40% of Germany's electricity consumption, and the country aims to push that number even higher in the coming decades. One of the most fascinating things about Germany's Green Revolution is how it blends innovation with everyday life. In cities like Freiburg, often called Germany's Green City, eco-friendly urban planning has transformed public transportation, housing, and waste management. Buildings are constructed with energy efficiency in mind, public transport runs on electricity, and recycling is treated like a civic duty. In fact, Germany boasts one of the highest recycling rates in the world, with strict sorting laws that encourage every household to contribute to the system. Green innovation in Germany also extends to the automotive industry. While the country is home to some of the world's most iconic car manufacturers, like BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Volkswagen, these companies are now leading the charge in developing electric vehicles and hybrid technologies. Germany is rapidly expanding its electric vehicle infrastructure, with thousands of charging stations across cities and highways, making it easier than ever to drive electric. But Germany's green mission is about more than just technology. It's about mindset. Environmental education starts early in schools, and there's a strong culture of conservation among citizens. Whether it's taking public transport instead of driving, reducing plastic use, or supporting green businesses, sustainability is seen as a shared responsibility. This nationwide effort has positioned Germany as a global leader in climate policy and environmental innovation. So, what do you think about Germany's approach to sustainability? Would you like to see your country follow a similar path? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Fact 15. Germany's love for cycling. In Germany, the bicycle isn't just a tool for recreation. It's a vital part of daily life. Whether you're in a bustling city like Berlin or a quiet village in Bavaria, you're bound to see people pedaling to work, school, the grocery store, or just out for leisure. With over 60,000 miles, 100,000 kilometers of bike paths, Germany has one of the most developed cycling infrastructures in the world, and it's a big reason why so many people choose cycling as their go-to mode of transport. What makes Germany such a cyclist's paradise is not just the sheer number of bike lanes, but also how well integrated and respected the system is. Many cities have dedicated bike roads separated from car traffic, clear signage, and even bike-specific traffic lights. In cities like Münster, cycling is the dominant form of transportation. In fact, Münster has been repeatedly ranked one of the most bicycle-friendly cities in Europe, with over 39% of all trips made by bike. But Germany's love for cycling isn't just urban. The countryside offers scenic bike touring routes that take you through vineyards, forests, riverbanks, and medieval towns. Popular long-distance routes like the Elbe Cycle Route or the Romantic Road Cycle Path provide a wonderful way to experience Germany's landscape at a slower, more immersive pace. Whether you're exploring the Rhine Valley, passing through the fairytale villages of Bavaria, or riding along the coastlines of the North Sea, cycling in Germany can be both a practical and deeply enriching experience. Cycling is also closely tied to Germany's environmental consciousness. Many Germans view biking not just as a convenience, but as a way to reduce their carbon footprint, avoid traffic congestion, and promote healthier lifestyles. Even during the cold winter months, it's not uncommon to see people bundled up and still cycling through snow-dusted streets. Bike parking stations are a common sight at schools, offices, train stations, and shopping centers, and in many places, bikes are allowed on trains and trams to support mixed-mode commuting. In recent years, Germany has embraced the e-bike revolution as well. Electric bicycles are now a popular option for commuters, older riders, and anyone looking to go a little farther with a little less effort. The rise of bike-sharing systems in cities has also made it easier for tourists and locals alike to hop on two wheels without needing to own a bike. Germany's cycling culture is not just practical, it's part of the social fabric. It represents a commitment to sustainability, health, and freedom. And it's not uncommon to see whole families, parents and kids, riding together, creating memories and traditions that go beyond the ride itself. So, do you cycle regularly? Could you see yourself biking through the streets of Berlin or coasting along the Rhine? Share your favorite cycling memory or dream route in the comments below. Germany, a country often recognized for its precision engineering, hearty food, and iconic landmarks, is far more fascinating than most people realize. As we wrap up this journey through 15 mind-blowing facts, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've uncovered. From ancient castles that inspired Disney to modern green cities that are leading the way in sustainability, Germany is a country that continually surprises, inspires, and intrigues. We began our adventure by diving into Germany's cultural heartbeat, exploring the vibrant traditions and quirky customs that make everyday life so uniquely German. Who knew that Oktoberfest was originally a royal wedding celebration, or that running into a chimney sweep might just bring you a stroke of good luck? Then there's the endearing Kaffeekränzchen tradition, where friends and family gather over coffee and cake to slow down and connect, proof that in a fast-paced world, some traditions still stand strong. Next, we turn the pages of Germany's history and heritage, starting with the enchanting Neuschwanstein Castle, whose fairy-tale beauty inspired the iconic Sleeping Beauty Castle. We celebrated German ingenuity, with inventions like the printing press and the automobile, both of which changed the world forever. We also revisited the somber yet powerful legacy of the Berlin Wall, and how its fall marked a new chapter of unity, symbolized by the iconic Brandenburg Gate, once a boundary, now a beacon of freedom. From there, we indulged in the mouth-watering world of German cuisine. We savored traditional dishes like Sauerbraten, bratwurst, and pretzels, and learned about the centuries-old Reinheitsgebot, which ensures that every sip of German beer is steeped in purity and tradition. And who could forget the legendary currywurst, a street food born in post-war Berlin that has become a culinary icon in its own right. We then ventured into Germany's breathtaking landscapes and landmarks, beginning with the dark and dreamy Black Forest, a place of legends and lore. We cruised down the Rhine River, past ancient castles that whisper tales of knights and kings, and finally landed on the peaceful shores of Sylt and Rügen, islands brimming with natural beauty, culture, and stories waiting to be told. And finally, we explored modern life in Germany, a space where innovation and tradition coexist in harmony. We marveled at Germany's bold strides in green energy, from solar panels to wind turbines, and its commitment to building a sustainable future for generations to come. We discovered how cycling isn't just a sport, but a way of life, deeply embedded in the culture and infrastructure of the nation. Every single one of these facts reveals a layer of Germany that goes beyond the surface. It's a country where history and modernity, tradition and innovation, and nature and culture blend seamlessly. It's a land where old fairy tales still feel alive, where modern cities lead global change, and where the past is always present, guiding, shaping, and inspiring the future. Now, we want to hear from you. What fact about Germany did you find most surprising? Was it the fairy tale castle that inspired Disney? The delicious street food born in the aftermath of war? Or perhaps Germany's powerful commitment to renewable energy? Whatever stood out to you, we'd love to know. Leave a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. And if you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out. On our next journey, got a friend who loves to travel or learn about new cultures? Share this video with them. You might just inspire someone else to discover the hidden wonders of Germany, or better yet, plan a trip there themselves. In closing, let us leave you with this thought: Germany is more than just a country of beer and sausages. It's a land filled with hidden wonders waiting for you to discover. From whimsical forests and age-old traditions to cutting-edge innovation and soulful cuisine, Germany offers something for every traveler, every dreamer, and every curious mind. Thank you for coming along on this journey with us. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and never stop wondering what amazing stories the world still has to tell.